Hi, everybody. I know I started this a minute early. Just wanted to make sure the camera was working okay. I kind of rushed in here after dinner. Left my niece and everybody at the restaurant. So just hop on, tell me hi, so I know you're on. Let me know where you're from. Okay, I'm just taking a deep breath here. And Erin, I have to say hi and bye. I saw you at the restaurant, and I'm so sorry I ran out without saying goodbye to you. But I had to get on my Facebook Live. So if you're watching later on, Erin, it was nice to see you and your family. Yes, Shar, I'm talking about your daughter, Erin. I ran into her and your dad and everybody. It was so nice to see them. Hi, Petty. Hi, Win Ann. Hi, Janet. Hi, Karen. I saw you all coming on. So thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much for checking back with me at 8 o'clock. It was my niece's 45th birthday. So we had a little girls' dinner tonight. And it's sad when I think, I'm happy for her. It's her 45th birthday. We got to celebrate. But sad because she was my flower girl. She's 45. Anyway, so... thanks for tuning in. Again, thanks for bearing with me and watching at 8 o'clock. I kind of think maybe 8 o'clock might work out better because you're not so rushed on Sunday right now. Anyway, so for tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you some samples and stamping a fancy fold card with this set, Wonderful Moments. Fell in love with this set as soon as I saw it in the new catalog. And one of the reasons I fell in love with it, well, who doesn't love a bride and a mother-to-be, of course, but because everybody remembers The Beautiful You, and that's still in the catalog. I always loved this set. Was so glad that they kept this set. Hi, Diana. Diana McCall, and I believe you're from North Carolina. Hi, Eileen. So I always loved this set. Okay, and I use this one all the time. Actually, one of my favorite sayings is the one, live with passion, laugh out loud, and love deeply. That saying is great for any card. So I love that set, and this one just goes really well with it also. So I'm going to be showing some samples and some stamping with the Wonderful Moments today. Also, the other stamp set that I will be using, well, you'll see some samples, not using it, but you're going to see one card that I use the swirly frames, and I will tell you which card that is when I show you the samples. Okay. Yes, Diana, I thought it was North Carolina. How's the weather down in North Carolina? It was absolutely a gorgeous weekend here in New York. So happy about that. The other set, and I will explain why I love this one too, is the Mediterranean Moments. You're going to see an absolutely gorgeous card that I did with this. Hi, Stacy. How are you? So, again, you can buy one stamp set and get a lot of use out of it. I like to coordinate or, mix and match my stamp sets because they go so well together. So, a couple of things. Everybody knows about the 10 free stamp pads that you can get with joining Stampin' Up. Join my team now through July, and you can get 10 free stamp pads. I'd love to have you join my team. We're not going to, harp on that. You all know. Stampersdelight.com. Come and join me. Yes, it was definitely a good pool day yesterday and today, Win Ann. The other thing is back here, you see the cards from Friday that we did with the blended seasons. That's a special for demonstrators only. You can get that set now. If you join Stampin' Up and join my team, you can get it in your starter kit. Otherwise, if you wait, you can get that as a customer in August. So no worries there. You can get it. It's absolutely a beautiful set, and you'll be seeing more on that. If you missed Friday's Facebook Friday, just go back and watch it on Facebook or YouTube, Stampersdelight.com, or Stampersdelight on YouTube. So the giveaway today, which I'll be pulling after this is over, was for, because we're working on the blends, the new blends. So whoever's name I pulled today from Friday's leaving me comments and sharing the video will get to pick their favorite combo, and I will get that sent out to them. You do have to give me like 10 days to get it to you because I have to order it. So what I've decided to do to keep myself sane is for the rest of the month of July, during my Facebook Lives, okay, I will be, when I pull the names, it's going to be for a combo, the blends, but I'm just going to send you a color, okay? So this way, you don't have to wait 2 weeks for me to order a color. I'm just going to surprise you with a combo. Okay, so what you're saying, the comments that you're sending me now and the shares that you're doing now, I will pull somebody's name on Facebook Friday morning, and I will send you, who the lucky winner, another combo, okay? Today somebody's going to get a combo, and Friday morning somebody's going to get a combo, okay? Also, when I flip the camera down, I will show you my Hostess code for long-distance customers, okay? I never did this, but I know everybody does, and I should really start doing it. Instead of sending me your orders, I'm going to have a monthly Hostess code. So you go to my website, stampersdelight.stampinup.net. You put in the Hostess code for July, and you can order through me that way. Now, this is for the people that don't come to my classes or, come to my camps. If you want to order online, you can use the Hostess code. You don't have to. You can just go on my website and order, okay? And especially you don't want to use that if you have a $150 order, because then you're going to get the Hostess credits yourself. Hi, Kathy. I'm going to answer your question as soon as I'm done, Kath. So I will give you that Hostess code, and it will also be on the video later on and also on YouTube, okay? So I think I covered everything, and I know sometimes I tend to talk fast, so that's why it's always a good thing to go back to YouTube or Facebook and listen again, because I have a tendency to ramble. Okay, so let me flip the camera and we'll get started, okay? So I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Okay, so the first thing is, I can move that, you know who I am now. This is the Hostess code. So I will put that up there for a couple of minutes. This right here is the Hostess code that's already set up. This number right here. If you go online and you're a long distance customer, you can put this Hostess code in right here. Go to stampersdelight.stampinup.net. That's my website. Use this Hostess code right here. Place your order and it'll go right to you. Okay, if you have any questions, just shoot me off an email, okay? I do have one other thing I will tell you about when we're done, and I'm going to write myself a note because I will forget. That's my Rosie points. Also, before I forget, anybody that doesn't get my emails, just shoot me off a private message, rather, not personal message, private message, same thing, with your email, and I will get you on my email list, okay? Because sometimes I have specials of my own that I shoot out to people, okay? So, let's get some stamping done, and I'll put this back up, and again, this Hostess code and my website to order from is always on my page. All you really have to remember is stampersdelight.com, and it'll get you to wherever you need to be. Okay, so let's get stamping. I'll put that right up here. Maybe you can still see it. Okay, so again, Wonderful Moments is what we're using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some samples first. Okay, so the first sample I did with that was this card. I love this. Now I'm going to bring it in closer because you probably can't see it. This is the Mary Merlot, and it's got the ruffled embossing folder. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. Is that gorgeous or what? So it's the ruffled embossing folder. And then this is from the Petal palette from last year, Framelits. And then I just used the Bride from here and our layering ovals, Framelits. And I made this gorgeous card. And then it's a tent style. And then that's the inside. Thank you, Winann. So that was the first one I came up with. And I just, every once in a while, I just get these things in my mind how I wanted to do it. Now, this is actually Mary Merlot, and this is the Flirty Flamingo blends. I'm frozen. Is anybody else? Am I frozen for anybody else? Let me know. I can click off. I can go back on. If I'm frozen for anybody else, please let me know. Okay, I'm just going to keep going until somebody else tells me I'm frozen. Okay, so let me go back. Yes, I'm frozen. Not for you. Okay, so it's not everybody then. You're okay. Okay, I'm okay with that one. Okay, so I'm okay for some and not. Okay, so it's, you're good here. Okay, so it's not for everybody then. Okay, good. Diana, does that mean nope means I'm good? Okay, good. All right, then it's just for some people. Sorry. Okay, so again, I'm just going to keep going then. All right, so this is the first sample. The second sample I want to show you, I don't know, I had brides on the mind, maybe because I have a wedding next week. This one I did, and this one I used the swirly frames around that, the square. And this one I used the petal pink. Was it the, yeah, the petal pink. I didn't do a lot with this. I just made it, I just wanted to make it look simple. And it looks like picture. To me, I was going to put a bow on it. Then I was going to put some sequins on it. And then the more I looked at it, I just thought I did the quilted embossing folder. And I'll show you the inside in a minute. But I did the quilting embossing folder back here. And then I did it like, you know, looking at a picture of the bride. And again, I used the frame, the new soft suede blends, and the petal pink cardstock, the petal pink blends. And I didn't want to add anything more than that. And once I did it, I was like, you know what? I think the simpler, the better. That's what I thought too, Betty. Simplicity. I just thought it looked gorgeous the way it was. So I left it that way. And then again, on the inside, I used the petal pink, and then, you know, with the flower, I did a flower here, stamped it once, and then stamped it lighter right in the corner there. I just thought that was, you know, the simplicity of it. It just, to me, it was elegant just the way it looked. Just like that. Okay. Are you ready for the third one? This one I did probably last, but it's one of my favorites. So I'm going to bring in this set. This I did with, I'm not showing you yet. I did with the Mediterranean Moments. And there's a story behind this one. Okay. Again, it's the bride. While we were in Sicily, this actually did look like the streets of Sicily. You know, you walk down the cobblestone streets. There was at least 6 weddings the whole time we were in Sicily. And I didn't know, but I guess they get married there and they walk through the town. The bride and groom and the wedding party, they just walk through the cobblestone streets. And it was absolutely gorgeous. Then they go down by the water and they take pictures. So between this stamp set and, of course, the Wonderful Moments, I came up with this one. There's the background, the Mediterranean Moments, and there's the bride. And, of course, she's on, I'll bring it up closer in a minute. I have her on dimensionals. Okay, and then I have the doily back there. And then I did some Winkestella on her. So she's basically looking at the cobblestone street, which she's going to be walking down. And this reminds me of Sicily. I'm going to bring it up a little bit closer for you. I just fell in love with this card. I had this idea in my head. I wasn't sure how it was going to come out because, you know, of the different sizes. But I played around with it last night, and I'll tell you, it was my first attempt. And I was really happy with the way it came out. And again, these are all the blends. This is the coral. This was Old Olive. Then I got some crumb cake in there in yellow and gray. Little seafoam green back there. Oh, thank you, Kathy. You know what, Petty? I am actually going to use this probably because I actually took a picture of a couple of the brides that got married in Sicily, even though I didn't know them. So I loved it. Thank you, Betty. Yes, I thought they worked well together, too. And again, she's looking down the street that she's going to walk down in Sicily. And then, of course, the inside. I didn't put a flower in this one. I guess I forgot. I got so excited at the front of that. So, yes, I can definitely bring it closer. And when I flip the camera up, I will bring them both all back in so you can see them again. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it down this way because I'm going to bring them in a different angle when I'm all done, okay? When I bring the camera back to me. So you'll see it at a different angle. Now I'm just going to flip this because you can see that she's on dimensionals here. And you can see the Wink of Stella. Okay. So that was my brides. Then the card that I'm going to be showing you is a fancy fold card. And I'll show you what the card looks like, but not the one we're doing yet. This is the card, but not the one we're doing. Check this out. This is, now, can you see this? You know, I'm actually going to flip, now I don't want to flip the camera and mess it up. I'll do it this way. This is a fancy fold 3D card for a mom-to-be, and I did it in purple. Okay, so it's going to stand up this way, and I know you might not get a good image of it right here because of the way I have the camera. But I don't want to flip the camera up until we're done, just in case that... Oh, thank you, Maureen. I don't want to flip the camera in case we lose anything. So you'll get to see this again, and you're going to see me make this. Okay, so this is looking forward to meeting your little miracle, and there's the mommy-to-be. And there's, again, this is the Heather Highland and the Gorgeous Grape together, but that's the Heather Highland blends. Okay. And I'm going to give you the dimensions and show you how to make this card. This is the one I'm going to be making. So this is the finished product that you're going to see. This is the card I'm going to be showing you how to make. And this is a birthday card. Again, it's all from the Wonderful Moments. This is all from the Wonderful Moments. This is the Share What You Love Designer Series paper. So this one's a birthday card, obviously. And then, of course, I got some embellishments in there. And again, it's going to stand up like this. So if you're looking at it that way, I'm just showing you all the different angles. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it going to fit in an envelope? Check this out. Flattens right out just like that. Flattens right down. And wait till you see how easy it is to make. One of the things I'm really bad about, and I do apologize, is I rattle off these sizes or, you know, the measurements, and I never put them in my video or my blog. So I'm going to get better at that, okay? I promise. Okay? So this is the one we're going to do. Now, I have everything cut, and I'm going to... I actually have one more made like this, but I'm going to show you that last. What I do have to grab is my paper cutter, because I do have to score this for you. Okay. So we're going to start with this. All right. So get your papers and pens out if you want, but I'm going to, when I put this back on, either tonight or tomorrow, I am going to put the dimensions on. You're going to start with your base, and your base is going to be 4. Let me just make sure I got this right. Hold on. I don't want to tell you the wrong one. Okay, so this is 4 1/4. See, I already told you wrong. Here, I wrote it down wrong. It's 4 1/4. This is 4 1/4 by 8. Okay, 4 1/4 by 8. And I'm going to give you all the measurements first. Let's see. So let's just bring this in. All right, so the long piece is 4 1/4 by 8. How about we do it this way so I don't confuse you? Or confuse me. So you got your long piece. Then we're going to score that. I think that might be the easiest way. Let's do the scoring next. We're going to score it at 1 1/4 and move my cutting blade all the way back. So lock it in so I don't mess that up. There's the scoring blade. I'm going to score it at 1 1/4. One 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2. Whoops, see, I almost grabbed for that cutting blade. And then let me pull my wing out here, as I call it. And 6 3/4. This is where I always get messed up here. Make sure it's right, because it's hard to see it. 6 1/2, 6 3/4. There we go. Okay, and I always look to make sure, did I do it right? Let's see. 6. I don't think I got that right. And let me stand up. No, I didn't. Let's see. 6.5, 6 and... Let me just grab that, make sure I got that right. Okay, so let me move this over here for a second because it's already scored. And 6 3/4. Sorry, I have to move stuff around here and move it out of the way. This one didn't want to come out right. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. For some reason, this one... Okay, there we go. All right. So now that piece is scored. Now let me just make sure I scored these right, and then I'll give you the other pieces as I bring them in. So we got this, and this, this, and I'm just making sure I fold them right. Bring that in. Why is he not working? Okay, see, I already messed him up. Okay, hold on 1 minute. Nothing like making a mistake while you're on TV here, is there? Okay, we got 1 1/4. Got that one. 2 1/2. Got that one. This is why I got to stand up. 5 1/2. Oh, I just cut the paper. All right, ladies. Hold up. Sorry about that, but I have another sheet here. I just cut the paper. I was afraid I was going to do that. How many times does that happen? Okay, so now I'm going to show you right from the beginning. Okay, so we're going to cut that at 4 1/4. This is why I always move this blade. Want to try this again? And 8. I knew I was going to do that when I was scoring it. Okay, here we go again. And let me stand up when I score this. So you get the, let me pull this right out. Or snap it in there. All right. So we're going to do 1 1/4. 2 1/2. 5 1/2, and this should be right here. Should be 6 3/4. There we go, without cutting it. Yay! Sorry about that. Okay, so there's the score lines again: 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. And try not to cut your paper like I just did. All right, so now we're going to fold this. This is why I don't like to rush. And I was rushing around. Oh, hell, who am I kidding? I made a mistake. Okay, so this is your first piece. Hi, Shar. I saw Aaron. Okay, so that's what the first piece looks like. Now I'm going to bring in the Designer Series paper. You're going to have 2 strips of Designer Series paper. And these 2 strips are going to go right here. These 2 pieces are 1 inch. 1 by 4. 4 inches long. 1 by 4. Okay? And I'm going to put them together as I'm telling you this, because if I don't, I'll mix them all up. So let's just put that down on the right side. Preferably on the right side. Oh my gosh, I am making so many mistakes tonight. This is bad. Okay. We're going to make a white one here. I am just making so many mistakes. I can't believe it. Okay, here we go. And I was so excited about showing you ladies this. Okay, there we go. And let's just cut this up. Let's see. Let's see, what do we want to do here? We'll grab another piece. Just give me one moment. That's why I always have extras around. Because I make mistakes, like everybody else does. Okay. See, even on TV we make mistakes. Which is good. So I'm off to the side just cutting myself another piece of cards, of Designer Series cardstock here. I don't think you need to see me cut it. It's just upsetting to me because I was so excited about getting to show you this card. I was working on these all day yesterday. Okay. There we go. And I could have made it different, but I didn't want to. I really want to show you the right way. Okay, so here we have my other piece. Again, remember you need 2 of these. And I'm going to put that one right there. I'm not looking at the comments just yet because I'm making too many mistakes. Okay, so there's your piece like that, right? Okay, just keep leaving me your comments. As soon as I get a chance, I will be looking. Okay, so there's that piece. Now, and I'm going to bring this back in so you can see. The long piece right here, the Rich Razzleberry, that's what we're using, Rich Razzleberry. That is 1 by 5.5. So that goes here. Now you might be saying, well, it doesn't fit. Here's the way you have to put that on. You have to open this piece up, okay? Does that make sense? Watch me. Okay, so this has to open up to fit out to here so that it can move. Make sense? I'm trying to read the... Oh, thanks, Eileen. Okay, so to make sense of that, if you try to do it this way, while it's this way, it's not going to move. So the best way I can tell you is you put a little snail here. Put that right there. Then push this side down, open that up, put a little snail on this end. And there's your piece there to hold it. Now you can put your piece in here first, which would be a good idea, but I just wanted to show you the mechanism of that first. All right, because I know it looks a little odd, and you can do it any way you want once you know how to do this piece. But I can stamp and just glue that right in here next, which is what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do next is, and there's no right or wrong way to do this. This piece right here is 2 3/4 by 4. I know I'm all over the place showing you this, but you get the general idea, right? So I'm going to stamp this. Let me do it this way. And then my balloons, where are, oh, my balloons are right here because I'm going to use a Stamparatus, but for right now, I'm just going to take this and let me just take this one off here. I'll use this block. I'm going to use this for the Stamparatus, but I just want the ends of the balloons. So what I'm going to do is put those balloons right here and just tap the ends of the balloons here like that because I don't want the whole thing. And then I'm going to take a couple of my blends and I'm going to take my dark. This is Poppy Parade. I'm just putting some dark Poppy Parade here, like halfway. Then I'm going to take the lighter color and blend that in. Now remember, it's alcohol, so it is going to seep through. So you want to put that on something where you're not going to see it. A little bit of my yellow, my pineapple. Grab some of that. going to be using these again, so I'm just going to put them over here. And a little of the pink. This is the dark. Remember, don't use the tip. Color towards the side, otherwise you'll dry out your tip. That's the way you use the blends. Blend it towards the side. Okay, so there's the inside. I'm going to go ahead and remember that's 2 3/4 by 4. That's the inside piece. Just going to slide that right in there. So far it looks like that. Okay, now I'm going to bring this back in to show you. Okay, now you see I have another strip here and I have the girl. Let's do the girl next. Now for that I'm using my Stamparatus. Let me just ink that off here. Brought my, it's over there. That's all right, I'll get it in a minute. Okay, so here's my white piece of cardstock. Here's a little tip for you. Clear stamps, okay, with the Stamparatus, you know they come with this piece right here. A lot of people were saying it's not enough lift. So I got a little trick for you. If you have the case that these blocks go to, it comes with this piece that goes on in the case. If you use that tiny little foam piece under here, it gives it just enough lift to make that pressure even better, if that makes sense. So I'm going to just push this down, put my magnet there. I just want to make sure I have her right where I want her, because I'm going to put the balloons there too. I'm just going to press her down, pull her up, grab my memento. Now, one thing I'll tell you with this stamp set, if you get this stamp set, and I'm going to show you what I mean, when you ink it up, and I just re-inked my memento stamp pads, but it's going to look in certain places like maybe you don't have enough ink on there. It's just the way these are sketched, so don't think that you need to add extra. Wait until you see how it stamps before you add more ink, okay? Because they are sketches. See, that's fine. But it did look like there was some ink missing. Now I'm going to flip this over. Again, this is the Stamparatus. Best thing since sliced bread as far as I'm concerned. And here's my balloons. And she's going to be holding them. And if you notice, there's a little piece missing here. That's for her hand. That's where the Stamparatus comes into play, because you can line that right up there. No more guessing, or no more, I know a lot of people like the Stamp-A-Majig. I was not a fan, never was. I'm going to press that right there. See, some of the balloon came off from the Rich Razzleberry because I didn't clean it off because my chamois over on the other side of the table, but I didn't care because I knew this black was going to go right over it. Listen, if I had to be perfect in stamping, I definitely would not be doing it. And I'm going to go just lay that back down, press it, lift it, and I noticed that it didn't go all the way down, so I'm going to press it again, and there it is. Voila! Hi, Lisa Johnson, the winner from last week. Okay, so I'm going to just move this over. Normally I would clean it first, but I'm not going to right now. I'm going to bring this in and I'm going to color her clothes. Now, what I'm coloring her with is her skirt is going to be the Heather Highland. Again, I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm just going to put some dark color around her belt, around the side pieces. I'm using the narrower portion of this marker. Maybe a little bit more there. And then I'm going to take the lighter color, grab some of the dark, and just blend it in. Okay. And then there's just a little bit of shoes there, so I'm just going to go ahead. I'm not going to bother with putting too much color on there. So that's the Heather Highland. And then I'm going to use the Seafoam Green, or I'm sorry, Mint Macaron, and just put some darker color here, and then I'll just go ahead with a lighter color. And I'm going to add some of the light. So I know we did the blends on Friday morning, and I wanted to do some more with these because I absolutely love these markers. Okay, so there's her clothes, and for her hair, I find that what I love is the crumb cake. So I'm going to do a little dark, some highlight, a couple of dark strands here, and then just go right back in. And I'm using the smaller tip on that because not a lot of coloring area. Picking up some of the light. So she's got nice highlights. Wonder who does her hair. Okay. Put that over there. And again, for the balloons, I'm going to bring back in the Poppy Parade. Put a little dark color over here. Maybe a little dark color here too. And maybe just do the inside light. It's neat to try different things with the blends. Do the dark on each side, then the lighter in the middle. And when it dries, really take a look at how it colors. Because every time it looks different to me. So there's a darker of the pineapple. And then we'll grab some of the light. And then we'll do some of the petal pink. And again, I'm going to show you all the cards again when we're done. Plus, I'm saving one of my favorites for the last to show you of this card, of this fancy fold that I actually did this morning. Again, woke up with an idea in my head. So I'm going to bring this card back in. Now this, of course, I have to fussy cut. And let me grab my scissors. Now remember, I did quick tips and tricks on that. Instead of moving your scissors around like this, of course, this one doesn't have a lot of nooks and crannies. But when you got a lot of nooks and crannies and you're doing fussy cutting, what you want to do is move your paper, not necessarily your scissors. See how I'm moving the scissors right now? For this, it works okay. But when you got a lot of little nooks and crannies, try moving your paper. And I just had somebody on my YouTube channel tell me it works just like material. I'm not a sewer, so I don't know. But they said it's the same thing if you sew. You move the material, not your scissors, and it works better. So let me just get in there a little bit. I'm not going to be able to get in there too much, but I'm going to cut around the balloons. And I'll be checking back with you in a second. I don't want to look up from cutting my balloons. I'll cut the balloons right off. Okay. Now, I usually cut the long pieces off so they're not in my way. And again, I'm moving my paper. Now, remember, when you're using the blends, you want to use your Memento ink. Give it a second to dry, and it shouldn't bleed. Okay, so there she is. Okay, so back to this piece now. All right, so remember, this is 4 1/4 by 8. This piece is 2 3/4 by 4. The designer series paper, these two pieces are, we have two of them, 1 by 4 inches. This long piece here is 1 by 5.5 inches. And then I have another piece that, of course, I lost somewhere. Where'd he go? I already lost him. Here he is. This piece is also 5.5 inches, but it's 3/4. Okay, because you want some of the rich razzleberry to show. So it's 5.5 inches long, but it's a little bit narrower. So I can go ahead, 3/4 by 5.5. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I did different on that other card too. So I'm going to go ahead and lay that down. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little snail on her legs, and I'm just going to put her right here. So she's on the edge of the card. Now remember what I said. You can move that now. That's why when you put that piece when you put that long piece down, you want to glue one side, flatten it out, and then glue it over here. Does that make sense? Hi, Karen. You want to glue it down so that it can still move. Okay. So we're almost done. Now, since it's a happy birthday card, I'm just going to take a piece of white cardstock that I have here and do a happy birthday. In my rich raspberry, I'm going to bring in my punch. And this fits perfect in there. And this happy birthday, the saying is all from Wonderful Moments. Get that out of the way. I'm going to grab... This is when you want to use the mini glue dots, because this tab right here is very small. So the mini glue dots work perfect on that. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 on here. Let me get my little pokey tool. That works better than my scissors. Had my nails cut down. I can't get anything off with them now. Okay. And I'm just going to put happy birthday right here. And then I'm going to grab some fauceted gems. And of course, I know it doesn't look it, but these are actually also rich raspberry. And I'm going to take one and I'll put one here. And I'm going to take another one and put one here. I'm doing it upside down, so I don't know if it's crooked or not. And then I'm going to put one inside here. And one inside here. And there's the card. Just like the one I just showed you. And it wasn't hard at all, was it? Isn't that great? I love these cards. Now, for the one that I want to show you, after I was playing with this set, and I'm going to show you all these again, because I wanted to showcase the wonderful moments, but because I was getting ready for my class tomorrow, and yes, if you're coming to my class tomorrow, guess what? We're making this card. Yay! Okay, I'm going to flip up the camera for a minute. Hopefully I don't lose anybody and you don't get messed up, or I don't get messed up. Hi! Okay, so... Thank you, Maureen. You ready to see the other card? And plus, well, let me show you face up now how it looks. Isn't that great? Yes, Patty, we're making this tomorrow. Okay, so those are the two. I mean, they're both the same. Let me show you. I'm really holding off on the other one. This is the other one that I made like that. The baby one. This was actually my first attempt with it, so I wasn't like, didn't get too into it. But if you can see, it's got little dots and stuff on it. Okay. I'm having so much fun with these cards. And I cased this card, by the way. Case means we copy and share everything. From a swap I got a few years ago. And I found it in like a pile of things that I wanted to learn to do. Okay. I'm going to bring in Tropical Chic. This one I did this morning. How great is that? Thanks, Shar. Your grandchildren are adorable. This one I did this morning. And I love this. Now remember, I mean, you can see they're 3D, but it flattens right out to put in a regular size envelope. So I love this one too. I'm going to be making a lot of these because I mean, I don't think they were that hard to make. Again, I'm going to be putting those the dimensions on my blog along with the videos, so you can stop the video anytime to get the... That's how I do it. I stop the videos. I do a part of it, stop the video, do the next part. I hate reading directions. So before I pull the name of who's going to win the blend, the combo blend of their choice from Friday, let me bring in the cards again. Okay, so of course you saw all these, but I'll show you one more time because I just love these. I told Diana yesterday I couldn't wait. I almost wanted to do this yesterday after I did these cards. Oh, thanks, Maureen. I wanted to show these yesterday. And then I totally messed it up today, right? So here's the other two. because I love this. I love this card. Okay, so somebody wanted to see this close up, and I'm going to show you again close up on this one. This is my Sicilian bride. Again, this is Wonderful Moments with Mediterranean moments. This one is my Simplicity card. Picture of the bride. These are all done with the blends. There you are, Diana. See, now you know why I was so excited yesterday. And oh, I wanted to show you. This is the quilt. See, that's got the quilted background. And then this one was the one with the Winkostella. Oh, no, this one didn't have the Winkostella. The other one did. Sorry. This one's the one with the ruffle. You see that ruffle? I love that ruffle. Oh, who am I kidding? I love all of them. Yay! You can see the ruffle on that side, too. I don't cover up that ruffle because I like it too much. So before I pull the name, remember, if you're a long-distance customer and you want to use the code for this month for July, go ahead and use that code when you're ordering at stampersdelight.stampinup.net. That order will be closed out at the end of the month, but you can use that order code for the whole month of July. Again, comment, share my video, and Friday morning I will be giving away another combo blend, but that will be a surprise when you get it in the mail. But for tonight, let's see who wins. Here's the list of all the people that commented and shared on Friday. So let's see. Sorry for leaning over, but my randomizer thing is on my laptop here. Okay. And I don't have a drum, so I can't drum roll. Oh, thanks, Shar. Hope to see you soon. I have to get a drum roll thing. I have a little cowbell. Maybe I'll use that next time. Okay. Number 2. Diana McCall from North Carolina. Yay, Diana. Send me a private PM message on which one you want me to order you. You get to pick out a combo, an blends combo. And everybody that I'm talking to right now that has left a comment and shared will get a chance on Friday morning's video. Don't forget on Tuesdays and Thursdays to check my Instagram, which also flips right onto my Facebook channel for my quick tips and tricks. And I am glad you tuned in. Thanks for watching and have a great week. Bye, everybody. Happy stamping.